Hi everybody, welcome back to Resilient Tarot. So this is the third time I'm trying to record this. I live in an apartment building and there's some noisy workers out there right now, so I had to shut the door and quiet down the place a little bit. But today's reading is going to be over karmic relationships, twin flames, soulmates, whatever you want to call it. I want to give my little spiel on that because I think a lot of times people are confused or think of things differently. So when I read, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. So for me, a karmic relationship kind of goes hand in hand with a twin flame. So you're in this relationship, you met this person, and something just feels, a lot of people call it like you feel like you're home with that person, or you feel like you met them before. For me, it was there was just something. I couldn't put my finger on it, but there was just something. And you go tug of war with this person for your life. I don't know until you learn the lesson you were meant to learn, that you signed up for before you came into this life. I know what you're thinking. Why would I sign up for this torture? I feel the same way. I don't know what our souls think when they're on the other side. I don't know if they think this is easy, or that, I guess that we can handle it, but when you're in it, it feels like you can't handle it. So you're in this relationship with your karmic partner, your twin flame, and you're meant to go through many conflicts and struggles to move forward. And it feels like it's 1 or 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. And it's not always one person. So that's where, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean it's karmic or a twin flame. It's not like one person stops working at it and so the other person just lets go and you break up or divorce. It's more the world, or it feels like the universe is against you. It feels like one time they're giving up and you won't, but then the next time you're giving up and they won't, and then I don't want to say you end up back together because it doesn't always happen like that, but you're always, it's this constant tug of war, chasing and running, and it's to learn lessons. And it feels like torture sometimes, and it feels great other times, and that's why we keep going. But you'll always have that connection. And just because you found your twin doesn't mean that's the person you end up with, doesn't mean that that's the person you're going to marry, doesn't mean that's the person you're going to have children with. It's just a person that you are connected to, that you are twins, and you need to connect every so often in different lifetimes to learn lessons. And it's like the yin and the yang. You're one piece and they're one piece, and that's just how it switches. And why we don't end up with this person and marry this person, why do we have to be connected to this person but we're with someone else? It's very, I'm on this road too, I'm on this journey too, and hopefully Tarot can help us with some answers and how to work through those lessons and learn those lessons maybe a little bit quicker, or maybe with a little more grace and faith that it is for the best. With that, I'm going to start here and cleanse my cards. I got a new deck yesterday in the mail, the Tarot Familiars. It's a really cool deck. It's got all the different animals, and so I might clarify with those, play around with those a little bit. And then I also have angel message or guided messenger cards. I'll pull a couple or one of those. I think going on with that, soulmate to me can be your kid. It can be your kid's father or mother. It could be your mother. It could be your sister. It could be your best friend. We have a ton of soulmates. And I used to think we just had one, and you met that one, and your life's complete. But let's be real, it's not like that. We have many people in our soul tribe, and they're all there to teach us something. And some stay in our life longer, some stay very short time. But they all, if you go back, everyone teaches you something. But this twin flame is one that just, I don't want to say just won't go away, because it can be frustrating at times, but then at the other end, it's you that won't go away from them. And so we switch, and it's all part of the journey. And then what makes it even more difficult is we're all each on our own journey. And so tarot can really sometimes narrow things down to where you're like, oh, that's why it happened. And then once you can accept that, or even just know that and feel that clarification, then you can move on to the next fun and exciting lesson and move along in your journey. So I'm just going to shuffle as we go. I'm not going to do like a Celtic cross or anything. I'm just going to, I don't know what to call it, cold read, or just see what cards fall out. So we're going to do just the collective karmic, what's going on. If it becomes specific, which happens a lot in my reading, it's hard to keep it collective, but hopefully a large group of you connects. So we'll just ask Spirit to reach as many people as possible and tell us about the twin flame energy this weekend. What is it? May 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe the 6th. It is a full moon. Okay, cards are flying, but we're just taking a few at a time here. I'm going to do a video also on the new moon. I've been doing some research, so see how best we can work with it to manifest our goals. I'm working on a couple goals right now. Okay, we got the sun. So, oh my gosh. It doesn't get better than that, honestly. I mean, the sun is everything. Where would we be without the sun? Where would you be without your twin flame? Where would your twin flame be without you? If you're cynical right now, you might think a lot better off. But think about the lessons you've learned and how far you've come, and maybe how far they've come too. So that's what came out for that. The sun brings the light. The sun brings the truth. The sun brings warmth. So is that something your twin flame has brought you? The light. Have they brought you light? Have they brought you warmth? Have they brought you truth? And we have the Emperor. So, Aries. I promise I'm getting a new phone soon that can... Okay, so you see, I see in here some sunlight, some clouds, all the zodiac signs within him. He's so fancy, like, look at him. His robe. Is this your twin flame? Is he a fancy kind of guy, fancy kind of girl, knows what he wants, has brought you, once again, I'm hearing truth, has brought you so much truth. This might be hard for some people to realize. You really have to put your ego aside for this and think about what they really taught you. Because I know if you're heartbroken right now, if your twin is gone right now, it's going to be hard to do. But you really need to focus on what they've taught you. I'm really happy this Emperor was upright because it would be a totally different story. So I'm wondering if right now you guys are having a good connection. And he's teaching you a lot right now. And we have 2 fire signs here too. So you could be a fire sign and they're a fire sign. What's with this karmic? Any more messages for the karmic family, the soulmates, the twin flames for this weekend? What's going on? I feel like he has a lot of power, but so do you. I feel like you guys work very well together. He's up in the sky, you're in the galaxy. Or vice versa. Okay. So, currently at a crossroads and not sure which way to go, or possibly you made a decision too quickly and something was thrown away. Okay, so someone made a decision to just, I'm hearing cutting off contact a little too quickly. Kind of like ego got in the way. With the Emperor, there's tons of ego. Because if we flip him over, his ego controls everything. So let's see. I've got more fire here too, and some emotions. It's just like someone made a choice and emotions are just everywhere, falling everywhere. So we got 2 more cards that fell out together. 10 of Cups. So it's within reach. Whatever you want with your twin it's within reach, but it's not there right now. And there's some parties, some going out. Maybe you're trying to get, maybe it's just friendship. Maybe you want friendship. So the 10 of Cups, I'm not feeling like exactly like marriage, love, kids. It's more you want to celebrate a friendship, or you're going to be celebrating someone's birthday this weekend. Maybe your twin will be there and you haven't seen them in a while. And it's like, I want that friendship, but someone's ego had gotten in the way, and emotions are a little off balance right now, where if there's drinking involved, or which, you know, 9 of Cups, he's holding up many cups in reverse. It could be a drunken stupor and the ego gets in the way. We'll see. But I see the 3 of Cups upright, so if it was reversed, maybe. This is a lesson you're learning, though. The Hierophant, he's here to teach you some wisdom. I think you're learning from this twin a big lesson. Could be with ego, could be with friendship. Maybe something happened while you were both drunk. A decision was made. And now you're going to be at this party or something where you want friendship back, or vice versa. And there's a lesson here about heartbreak. There's a book that I've read about all the cards. I've read a few books. And in one book, she describes the Lovers reverse as like Romeo and Juliet. No one came out alive in that movie. It was like a sad love story, and it didn't have to be that way, obviously. And so that's what I'm feeling today with this is, and this is so on point with how these twin flame stories go, is conflict and obstacles get in the way, and it just shouldn't have to be like that. It's stuff that you know the universe does to make it harder, to make it impossible at the time. It's like the universe sets you up to fail. But it's not like that. It's a lesson. So you learned a lesson, or you're learning a lesson, that this love was too toxic. It was a love, there was love there. I'm not saying that this was a wrong choice or a bad person. It's toxic. Let's see. Tell me more about the Lovers reverse. I'm wondering if you learned this lesson already. Okay. So the 4 of Pentacles is keeping things to yourself. So maybe with the Lovers, we've got a lesson about a toxic relationship. Things were held too close. Secrets, possibly? Were there secrets? He's upright. It's like saving a toxic relationship. Let me update you guys on the signs here, because I've got, okay, we've got fire, Aries, fire, water, 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 Taurus, Gemini, Earth. I think the water is emotions. This is a very emotional thing. Fire could be passion. So it doesn't have to be a sign. But if it makes sense, like if I'm picking up on a ton of water and this is a Pisces, then we've got something here. The Hierophant is Taurus, but we're in Taurus season. So that tells me that this is current. This is a lesson that you're learning right now or during this season. The Lovers, Gemini. Okay, twin. That's the twin card. It's reverse. So there was toxicity. I'm seeing the 4 of Pentacles today as secrets, keeping things secret. Is that what caused the toxicity? With your twin flame, you need to be open and honest. If you're in communication, you need to, and them too, you know. That'll tear any relationship apart, but that will really destroy that karma. But on the other hand, that could be one of your karmas, was to lie to each other. I mean, we switch in different roles. So the Devil reversed, Capricorn energy, or most likely, you know, I'm glad it's reversed because you're breaking free. You're breaking free from this. If you didn't already catch up with this person at a party, then you're going to. And you might finally have that conversation with some booze around. Be careful. You might get that, what do they call it? Alcohol, like, I can't think of what it's called, like when you drink and you become brave, or you say, like, the truth comes out. That may come out where you're sipping your wine a little too much and you say, look, I lied about this, and the devil releases you. Okay, so I'm glad that the Devil came in reverse. That's good. Okay, so yeah, once you do that, once you're able to finally come clean about whatever, then you can begin to work on yourself. Because right now you're trapped, and you're going to continue to stay trapped with your twin because that's just how it goes. And if this secret or lie or whatever was done is eating you up inside, that's the lesson. Okay, let's see any other messages, and then I'll clarify a little bit. Any other messages for the Twin Flame Collective this weekend? Two more cards. I mean, this is the twin, the flame, twin flames. Two. I got two. I mean, I'm missing the twos on the board. I've got Two of Wands, but these keep coming out in twos. So this is you guys. This is you and your partner. So something was lacking. I mean, this is money, pentacles, but it could be anything. Something was lacking, and I think it was honesty. I think honesty was lacking this time around. Someone needs to come clean about what they did. We'll clarify and see if we can figure out what the lie was. And then we have Death reversed. So a transformation needs to be made, and if it's not, then it's gonna be forced. I just want, oh, I do need this for the angel. So it was Ask Your Guides was the card. I was looking for my little note. Here we go. Okay, 1 second. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything from this death. I don't get the Death reverse that often. Okay. So basically, it's kind of fighting. So, like, you're tired of keeping this lie. If it's cross watchers if it's vice versa. Well, I guess there wouldn't be any cross watchers because, yeah, sorry. Someone here, someone listening today, someone listening tomorrow, whenever. You lied to your twin. We don't know what it's about yet. But you lied to your twin. It's killing you inside because this is your twin. You don't want to hurt them deep down in your soul. Maybe your ego does, but deep down you don't want to hurt them. Something was said while drunk, or something will be said while drunk, and the truth will come out. Something was lacking, something. We'll find out. But death is telling you you're tired of keeping this secret. And we'll see if maybe the Tower comes out reversed. If you're going to fight this, then I could see the Tower coming out and forcing this other person is going to find out one way or another. And let me just tell you, Saturn in retrograde is bringing karma back around. So, the last Saturn retrograde was last April. So anything you've done, bad or good, in the last year is coming back around, bad or good. So if you lied to this person within the last year and you still have not come clean, it's going to come out, okay? And vice versa. Okay, so we're going to clarify this. Tell me more about the sun. I love these little cards. I'll show you guys the pictures. We'll see what falls out. Tell me more about the sun. Okay. So Queen of Cups. Look at this. How beautiful. So emotions. So the sun, the truth came out, or the truth will be coming out. It will shine light upon this relationship. The Queen of Cups is emotional. She's comforting. She's like the mom, okay? She is smart. She's gentle. Very smart. So, if this truth is hidden still, the secret, the other person may already know. And you're going to confess and they're going to say, yeah, I knew that a long time ago. So just be on a lookout for that. Okay, the Emperor. Let's clarify the Emperor. Tell me more. Got two very strong people here. Very strong, which I'm not surprised because it's all of these twin flame relationships are strong. It's that strongest relationship in your life, even if you can't make it work. Okay, the Emperor. Okay, Seven of Wands reversed. So this one doesn't have an animal, but you see it's books with oh my goodness. So the first thing I thought was truth, truth, truth. Again. I'm going to name this video Truth. The truth will come out. Okay, Seven of Wands reversed. So the fighting was, the lie already happened. This could be with the male energy, possibly cheated while you were in a relationship. Possibly. We'll see what else comes out, but I just, I'm kind of like that iffy feeling like, he's really perplexed. He's really just, it might be the male that needs to tell the truth here. He's got anxiety about it, and then that explains why there might be some over drinking. Let's see. Clarify this Two of Wands and Nine of Cups, please. Two of Wands, Nine of Cups. Okay. The Empress. Beautiful. Okay. So the Empress here, mother baby. Oh. It makes me sad because there was a drunken choice that was made, and it was not good, and it's affecting this Empress, and we have the Emperor too. So I think the Emperor stepped out on the relationship. He was drunk and he went down the wrong path. But remember, people, this is a lesson. Not saying it's okay or right, but it's a lesson. Okay. So 10 of Cups reverse 3 of Cups. I was hoping that 3 of Cups was not a third party situation, but 5 of Cups. Yeah. I mean, hearts are broken and grief and regret because of a third party situation. I was hoping it wouldn't be. There was a celebration, a party, and the Emperor walked out on his Empress. And the lesson here is to tell the truth. Let's see, the Hierophant. Tell me more about the Hierophant. So yeah, clarifying these cards really opened up more detail into the story, which I was hoping was not the case. I'm going to put that back in because I don't know if it was reversed or upright. Temperance. So balance. Beautiful little unicorns. So with Temperance, let me make sure. Okay. Sagittarius here. So if any of you have the Sagittarius around you, it could be with that. So this person, this lesson is about balance. Balancing maybe that you don't cheat. Maybe balancing the fact that you could go out and party and drink a little and go home to your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. Yeah. Okay. So the Lovers reverse, we know what that means. The Four of Pentacles, let's clarify that because I picked up on something. I picked up on lying, keeping things hidden. Okay, so we got, oh wow, we've got 3 cards. We've got the Lovers again. So that's just clarifying Lovers. It came out right on top of the Lovers. So, if you look at this, look at the wolf and the woman. Isn't there a saying about a wolf in sheep's clothing or skin? And she knows. Look at her. She knows what happened. She knows. We've got the Nine of Cups reverse. So we already had the Nine of Cups reverse. So that's the same exact card as we had. And for me, what I'm seeing is drunk. Like obliterated. So drunk. Not drunk enough that he doesn't remember. He knows what he did, or she. And then the Star. So when you're lost, either party, when you're lost, the star can guide you. And look at that cat looking back, telling you to look ahead. It's time to move forward. Tell me more about the double reverse. Let's see what time we're at. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. So your person loves you so much. And this is the issue with twin flames, is it doesn't, like I said, I'm not condoning anything, believe me. I've been cheated on. I've been lied to. But this is all for the greater good. This is all to learn lessons. And no matter what this person has done, the Queen of Pentacles is there for them. And it doesn't mean that you're together and you're putting up with it. But you have that connection that you can't deny. And so this Queen of Pentacles will always be there. She, well, Queen. This Queen will always be there. And I think that goes with the Nine of Pentacles. She has to work on herself, so she may distance. It may not be together right now. So what was lacking with the Five of Pentacles? What are we lacking here with the Five of Pentacles? I love the way this deck feels. It's nice and crisp. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Too many cards. Five of Pentacles. What was lacking? Well, maybe it doesn't want to tell us what was lacking. Okay. The World. So, this is like, you know, once the lesson is complete, then you have the World. So, I think the lesson is almost complete here with this situation. Not to say there won't be another one. But then we got the Tower reverse. So you're fighting this lesson. So the lack is moving along from this lesson, or moving with the lesson. You know what I mean? You're learning, you're trying to be taught a lesson here. You might have some lack of faith that it will all work out, that you're on the right path. The Tower happened. There's nothing you can do. Don't fight it. And then we have the last card was Death, which we know you're tired of this. So let's clarify Death. Okay, Four of Cups. So there's an offer, a new offer, but you're tired. You're tired. Tired of it. Okay. So this lesson's been going on for a while. Okay, so this is the little Ask Your Guides thing I got. So I'm going to do one of those, and then we will be complete with this reading. So what do my karmic people watching with karmic relationships, soulmates, twin flame relationships, what do they most need to hear from their guides? Okay, I've got two cards here. So I've got Epiphany, Higher Self. So, ta-da, here's your lesson, aha. And then we've got Truth, higher self. So we got 2 higher selves. So I'm going to read them for you. Okay. So with the Epiphany, if you want to just stare into this card and look into it, I'm trying to make sure it's okay. So we've got, congratulations, you're finally getting out of your head and connecting more directly with your soul. The flow of communication between you and your higher self is strengthening daily, allowing you to directly access your spirit guides, angels, and spirit teachers more readily. As your contact with your higher self deepens, answers will suddenly plop into your consciousness like gifts from above. Your aha moments will appear with greater frequency, like light bulbs switching on in your head over and over. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time. Under the influence of your higher self, you're steadily becoming more spontaneous, dancing in synchronistic flow with life rather than swimming upstream against the current. Your higher self encourages you to unhesitatingly trust your vibes at all times. Surrender your ego and allow yourself to be gently led rather than clinging to old ways and figuring things out. So I think that last part is so important. Just surrender. Surrender to the death that's happening with this lesson and go with the flow. Let's see here. Remain in constant dialogue with your higher self and ask it to override your limited perceptions and keep you on your true path. Then go with the flow. The message is listen to me. So listen to things around you that are sending you signs. Okay, so let's move on to 21. Truth and higher self yet again. Your higher self is present, activating your powers of reason and intellect. It asks you to develop clarity and objectivity when looking at your life. Rather than interpreting events through the murky and distorted waters of emotion, strive to see the reality of what happened in the past so you can acquire a more accurate understanding of what's going on. You may notice things that make you uncomfortable or challenge your ethics. Ask your higher self to give you the courage to stand up for your truth and address difficult situations at their core rather than distance yourself or pretend you don't see the real problems. Like the child in the fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes, Emperor, your higher self is motivating you to not only see life more deeply, but to also share your perceptions with those around you. This is time, for example, to address your unbalanced budget and look for ways to cut corners. It's also time to acknowledge your ever-expanding waistline and seek out what's really eating you. This is when you need to step away from your emotions and dispassionately study the problems at hand so that you can come to a solution without blame and projection. Okay, so blaming and projecting emotions onto your twin flame is just bouncing back to you. Okay, I wanted to say that. Ask yourself what the problem is, not what the problem is. What the problem is, not who. So there we go. Only then can you begin to find real solutions with productive outcomes. Your higher self is sharpening your perception and clarifying your view so that you can make important and necessary changes at this time. As Carl Jung once said, when the diagnosis is correct, the healing begins, and your higher self's message is to look for the truth behind appearances. So look beyond your twin, okay? Look at the issue that happened. I'm not saying you have to find out why it happened, but just look at it and see what was lacking, see what you're lacking, see what they're lacking, see what you learned, see what they taught you, and then you can move forward, like I said, onto the new lesson. But I think this one's about complete. It's just you accepting it and moving on. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this. And let me know what you think. Okay, bye.